The first word that comes to mind is chaotic, absolutely. Just getting settled in and figuring out the staff and getting to know the players and all that. But they responded really well to us. Our staff was a hardworking staff. We meshed right away. And the players were real open to trying to change things. So they embraced what we were trying to teach, and I think that's why we finished where we did. There's still a few matches that I think we kind of left out there that we could have put together a better showing, but I thought it was a pretty good first season for all the transition stuff we had to deal with. Yeah, well, clearly there's some things we need to work on, so we want to be able to recognize those things and then be focused on trying to improve them instead of just kind of showing up and, hey, I'm here, all right, my 2 hours are over, now I'm gone. I think recognition of what it is we're trying to fix, what it is we need to do to fix it, and then staying focused on that even as we move on to other stuff. So I think we're doing it. Just there's not a whole lot of time to get all the things done you want to get done and still have them staying healthy and going to class and doing all the things they need to do outside of volleyball. But I think we're making progress in it. We just got we got another couple weeks to kind of get our mind right and then see where we're at. No, there's a few that are doing well, and I think Madison Foley's gotten a lot stronger. She's a kid that has always played well, but I think was a little run down her first 2 years, and I think she's doing a great job in the weight room to get the strength she needs to carry the load she's carrying. But then kind of the usual suspects, Morel's playing well, Kat's playing well, Lindsay's really setting some good balls right now. There's going to be a battle for a few spots when we get our freshmen here, and I think our returners realize that and they're going hard. So I'll talk about our 4 freshmen that have signed letters. We'll have some other kids that are walk-ons, but I'm not sure I can talk about them yet until we know exactly if they've paid their fees and are in. But I'll talk about them in general. They'll get here for summer school in July. They'll take a summer school session called Bridge that is a transitional session for freshmen that come in, kind of get them acclimated. They're not taking organic chemistry or any advanced physics classes. It's more stuff that are general ed things to just get them used to the schedule and may not acquire or not apply to their major, but gets them a little bit comfortable. They'll live in the dorms. We can't have anything to do with them with volleyball yet, but they can play open gym with the girls that are returning, and so they get kind of a taste of that. And then we'll have everybody show up. I think it's like August 8th. We'll have a meeting with compliance. August 9th, I think it is when we jump off with our double days. Then we'll have a couple weeks of double days before we head off to North Texas for our first tournament. So it'll be a little chaotic for those freshmen, right? They're all coming from out of town. 3 from California, 2 from Southern, 1 from Northern, 1 from Hawaii. So it's not like a whole lot of time zone stuff except for Shayla, who's our kid from Maui. But it's just being away from home and understanding that the studying has to be self-paced. You don't have your parents looking over your shoulder, and just them getting used to what it means to live away from home and be self-reliant. Luckily, we have a good group of returning kids that I think will help our freshmen with that transition. But we're really excited about getting those players up here and meshing them with the kids we have right now who are going hard. So it's exciting time to think about August. Yeah, it's always tough thinking about expectations because I really want to stay focused day to day and what do we need to do today to get a little bit better at this, and not start thinking about, hey, where are we going to finish up in the Mountain West, or what's our starting lineup going to be. I mean, clearly I have those thoughts, but I'd like to pick up and keep climbing the ladder in regards to the conference. We finished 7th. We were picked to finish 10th. We do graduate 4 players that had started for us majority of the season, so there is going to be a transition there as some players that were on the bench step in, and as our freshmen, how quickly can they acclimate. But the goal is to keep climbing. There's some pretty good teams in our conference. Only 1 made the tournament, but two were part of the last 4 out, so of the tournament. So they were almost there, national rankings, pretty talented, and they're going to be good again this year. And I know there's some other teams that we put some pressure on and beat that are going to improve as well. So I don't know where we'll finish. Hopefully it's higher than we did this year, but it's not easy. Maybe you beat the number 10 team, the number 9 team. It doesn't get any easier as you climb up that ladder to be able to beat the number 5 team, the number 6 team, the number 3 team. So it's exciting, but I expect us to just keep grinding and try and stay focused on us and continue to improve the stuff we're doing, and then just kind of see how that comes out in the wash. We do have 2 camps. Well, we have one is just a morning day camp. basically for local kids. That's the younger kids. They'll come in and just get training from 9 to noon, and then they're out. And that's no staying in the dorms, no meals, real simple stuff, but a good introduction with, we have our players there, our coaches are there, so it's a great coach to player ratio. And then we have our overnight camp, where we'll have the players come in and stay in the dorm, eat their meals in the dorm, 3 sessions a day, a little more involved. We'll set up at least one court out on the grass in front of the Knowledge Center. It worked out great last year. That was a court that everybody wanted to be on because it's just the weather's nice at that time of year. And that's a little more involved. We're trying to run offensive systems and really train at a higher level. Some of the players that we're recruiting for 2017 are coming to that camp, so we think the level's going to be pretty high. And yeah, we're excited to get those kids on campus, but also to offer a good camp. And we have a bunch of our players are helping with that, so it works out.